Well, hello, I'm Jerry McKee, and welcome to Prime Time. Do a little click here and there. I'm glad to see everyone here tonight. Of course, I can't see you, but you can see me, and we have a little bit difference in programming tonight. We had some people that had to cancel because other things popped up real quickly, and they didn't know about it until that second. And so, anyway, they left me in charge of everything. And we're going to have some fun tonight. First of all, let's look at some events that's going to be coming up this week and into April. The YMCA Summer Camp. That's right. That's going to be for members, $90 weekly. Non-members, $100. You can contact him at 864-427-0668. They're going to have all kind of fun activities. And if you hear the dings and dongs, that's the clocks. That's right. That's the top of the hour. And the Downtown Merchants Association is planning the Easter Parade for Saturday, April the 8th. And this is not confirmed yet. They're just in the planning stage of it. And April 8th is coming up pretty quick. So, Downtown Merchants, hats off to you. The USC Union Graduation Fairs 2023. When? March 29th and March 30th at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And this is going to be at the USC Union Bookstore. All fall 2022, spring 2023, and summer 2023 graduates. It's for all of you, and they're going to have all kind of things there, special sales, discounts on caps and gowns. So it might be a great opportunity if you're going to graduate maybe this year or next to go in and go ahead and get your stuff. And they have some neat stuff in there too. If you've ever been into that bookstore, it's really nice. So go there and shop during this time here. They got some special deals for you. There's going to be also on April the 8th, it's going to be a kids and adults, a second annual Easter egg extravaganza. That's a big egg. Extravaganza. That's a made up word I've made. So anyway, it's going to be tailgating, music by Duke Man, games, gifts, and more. It's going to be at the Union County Fairgrounds, and the doors will open at noon. That's on April the 8th. And that's going to be a fun time. So take your kids, friends, and stuff and enjoy yourself. It's going to be really great. And there's another special event coming up. And it's going to be around April 26th. And we'll read these events coming up as the week they come up also. And the Rotary Club is putting this on here as the Rotary Dinner Theater. And they're going to production is going to be Hairspray. And if you've ever seen the movie Hairspray, I've seen the first version of it, and the one with John Travolta in it. It was dressed up like the mother, I guess. And that was good too. It's a Broadway musical. Tickets are $20. They can be purchased from any Rotarian, Union County Arts Council, Arthur State Bank on Main, and Union County High School. And see, they have non-dinner performances on Thursday, April 27th at 7:30 p.m., and Friday, April 28th, 7:30 p.m., and Saturday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. $15 for adults and $10 for students. Tickets can be purchased at the Union High School. And we're going to have someone on here that's going to be in this theater. And when they're in this theater, they're going to talk about their experiences and what they play, hopefully. And maybe he gives us a little preview of what this Hairspray is going to be about. He's a good singer, too. So hopefully have him and his mother on here to be able to elaborate more on that. Wing Sports Club Pub. They have a weekly event also, and so usually on Tuesdays they have the APA Pool League. It starts at 7 p.m. And on Wednesdays, Cornhole Tournament, it starts at 7:45 and the bags start flying. Yes, at 8 o'clock, but not flying literally across the thing. Magician and Balloon Man, he's on Thursday nights for the kids to come out between 5 and 8 p.m. Bring the kids, let them see those balloon animals. And you know what, they're not easy to make. I used to make them at a restaurant one time before, and just to blow them things up takes a lot of wind. And I know what you're thinking, I got a lot of wind. Karaoke and band night is on Friday. It starts at 8 p.m. Bands will announce start time and what the cover is. Saturday, just come out and hang out and have some great food. And Sunday, APA League Day starts at 9 p.m. Come out and join up with us. 1 to 9 p.m., sorry. And you say, well, where it's located? It is located at 719 North Duncan Bypass, Union, South Carolina. Give them a call to make sure these are still going on at 864-429-4688. And that's what's on your events for this week. And coming up in April. There's a lot of stuff coming up in April, too. And let me see here. I got to always, this little thing comes up on my computer here. Yeah, you ever had those Adobe things come up and say, hey, you need to do this? No, I don't need to do that. So I'll be right back. I'm Jerry McKee, and we're going to go ahead and have some fun with some music and some different things like that. First, Lid's going to listen to Kirby's. Yes, Kirby.
Union's #1 choice for sweets and dinner is Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 in the morning, closing at 5:30. Saturdays 9 until noon. 427-5779. Again, the number 427-5779. Baked spaghetti, salad, bread, dessert, and drink, a mere $9. Nathan's all-beef hot dog plate, 2 dogs all the way, a bag of chips and drink, $7. Taco salads, baked spaghetti, delicious cakes, cupcakes, cake squares, freshly baked and ready to go. Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union, 427-5779.
All right, we're back with you. Hope you like the background music. I like a little bit of ZZ Top. This is kind of LaGrange, and it's the instrumental version of it. And of course, it's got to be a cover sheet because, yes, Facebook does not like me to use copyrighted music, and neither does some of the artists. But we're going to play some of the music that's from, let's see, 10 Times Band. Yes, the 10 Times Band, they play a lot of great music. And we've got a lot of great musicians around here. Quest is one of my favorite bands. You got TJ Jeter and some others from Left 49. Yes, can't forget them, Highway 49. They are a good band. And so get a chance, go out and listen to them a little bit. I'm Jerry McKee, your host tonight on Prime Time. And if you got some questions, if you want to call and just chat and get tired of hearing me chatting for the next little bit, well, call 864-441-9382 and you'll be on the air also. And people will be able to hear you just like me. That's right. And just like you're talking on a regular phone. So what's been going on this week is a lot of different things been going on this week. A lot of events happening. I know that was a women's, actually boss ladies program that was happening, business brunch over in Veterans Park. And I tell you, it looked like they had a great time. I got to do a little switching here. They probably had a great time. Well, I know they had a great time. And these are women that got successful in business. And you can see a little bit of my podcast here. But just give me a call if you want to chat a little bit about anything. 864-441-9382. Just be patient for me to push the little button here and there. And what's some of your favorite music that you do like, and especially some of the oldies? And I mentioned the Ten Times Band a little bit, and I like some of their music because they use some of the great music of the years gone by. And now the one clip I used to have that I played was "Get Ready," and that was one of my theme songs, which I still have. And but the I like this one here they do here, and this is "Baby I Need Your Lovin'," and this is a cover, of course, song, and the Ten Times Band really plays it well. And let's see if I can get it going here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And you probably remember this song here. All right, so you can't beat some of these songs here because it's just some of the great, great artists from back then, and you can understand some of the music. And today's music's okay. I like a little bit of everything, but some of the music, to me, which you were brought up on. If you notice, most of your commercials have the music that you know that plays the old songs, and it gets people's attention. And I notice when I play, and when I used to DJ, sometimes I'd play some of the music that say, okay, and it's almost like listening music to me, and it's not really got a beat enough to where you can dance to it, unless it is a line dancing or something. But like some good old shagging music, and some people don't like shagging music, but then you got the other kind. And just like the craze that came out, and I actually like that song, that Wednesday song that went crazy, and everybody was kind of mocking like they were doing that same dance. But I kind of like that music was in it. So there's a lot of different variety of different types like that. And if you got a favorite song or something like that that you remember back when you're in your age and back years ago, you can make a comment, or you can call me at the number below. And some of the music that you grew up with, and I know we've seen pictures, especially in Lockhart, there's a little movie out that shows the race and the river and some of the towns, stuff like that. And people talk about, oh, I remember that and remember these things here. And if you lived in a mill village, you remember a lot of things that people in big cities didn't have. The closeness, for one thing, we had every neighbor knew each other. We piled up, and we knew who the cool neighbor was because that's where all the bicycles were at. The bicycles was there, and not only the bicycles, it was skates, skateboards, all that good stuff was there. And that just was the coolest thing. And if you remember some of the, make sure I'm getting this clicked. I'm clicking the wrong things when I'm doing. If you remember, I know it's in Roadhis. Roadhis is about like Lockhart. They had the river to go through the Catawba River, and had the two mills, and one on each side of the river. And it was all kind of fun things going on there because even the mill would have spring fling, and had rides and all that stuff at the mill. They would have parties and dinners. They have all these things here that was just they don't have anymore. You were lucky to have a job in a mill now, and besides all these other things. But it's just a different era, a different type and we had a different type of music then that everyone really loved. And this one I really loved a lot, and you probably recognize it. And it's so. This is by the Ten Times Band. I'm just using some of their music, and I have permission to use their music. So this one right here is a classic. Okay. Well, it was a classic. Well, it was a classic. Okay, you just don't want to do it then. All right. What I was trying to get on was Mustang Sally. And whoops, I'm going to turn this down here. Or you're going to hear an echo come in, me repeating myself, and you don't want that repeating myself. And let's see here. I keep clicking the wrong one. Let's go to a commercial second. Let me figure this.
Pagata Mexican Restaurant, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Union, South Carolina, 864-429-4043. La Pagata, your family Mexican restaurants, has appetizers, child's plates, salads and soups, sandwiches, and desserts. Sizzling fajitas, Texas fajitas, shrimp fajitas. Also, they have great chicken, polo asado, chicken tenders, polo loco, and many more. If you like seafood, they have that also. Fish tacos, shrimp cocktail. They have many combinations that you can choose from in different price range. Matter of fact, they have 35 different ones. If you're a vegetarian, that's right, they can accommodate you also. Lunch menu, they have the Speedy Gonzales and about 13 others that you can make a combination with. That's La Pagata. La Pagata Mexican Restaurant, 441 North Duncan Bypass and Union, South Carolina, 429-4043.
Okay, I'm back again. I guess they just didn't want me to play their music for some time or another, but here's somebody in the background. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, I just had to kind of revamp this thing here, and all right. And what I was trying to really get right here was Mustang Sally, which is everybody loves. There we go. See, isn't that a great, great song right there, the Mustang Sally? And it is. And if you think about it, listen to some of the words there. I know it doesn't make, some of the words doesn't make sense, but they do. And That was back in our era, back in the time that when we played some great music. And and I know you've listened to a lot of these songs, you've heard them on commercials, and if it brings back some good memories, that's great, and that's what you're supposed to do. Songs are supposed to bring back when we were at the beach. We had a beach in Roadhis, it's called Roadhis Beach, and they had a little shack down there, and the shack was full of candy, chips, drinks, and the fire department ran that. And they also had a jukebox with a huge speaker outside, and you could play the music. And they always kept the and it's Catawba River where is actually was the river. It wasn't really the ocean or nothing. And they had a diving board out there, and it was good times then. You know, that's when the ladies would. Instead of using suntan lotion, they used baby oil and iodine. What a combination. I wonder where they got that from. Who came up and said, hey, this right here is going to keep you from getting burnt, or it's going to give you a good tan? I never did really know the reason why that you had to mix that together. And I think someone had mentioned mayonnaise one time, and that's not, to me, not a good combination, or it wouldn't be anyway. But but we had all of our music and stuff, and some of us some love music, you know, and some that was like you've been hurt and from a love song, and some was just instrumental, and some of the things you heard just like this song here was you hear a lot of the bands played it when we was growing up, and it's all it is instrumental. And the horse. The horse. All right, the horse. Now, who can imagine that you got a song named "The Horse"? And what would I mean? It's very catchy, don't you think? If you never heard it before, you have heard it now. But you probably heard it at a lot of the ball games because some of the bands would get up and they'd have that little bit to get kind of people energized a little bit, and it does. It's got a great tune to it. It's got a great beat to it, and it is really a good song, but there's no lyrics to it. If it is, they might have put them on there later on, but I never did hear later on lyrics on this right here. And that's why you got a lot of songs. And I'd like to thank 10 Times Band for giving me permission here to kind of tap into some of their music. This is actually them playing these songs here. Kind of sounds a little bit like the artist. Pretty much so, if not better. So I'll thank them for that right there. I got to give them a plug there. And it brings back, like I said, ball games, bring back the beach, and what school you went to. Did you ever play spin the bottle when you was growing up and when you was a kid and all of you got together? Now, we had a clubhouse that the Ruatan had, and they let us rent it, and we'd have our little parties in it. And you can't believe it, that they trust us teenagers to have a party there. We bring records and play it. We bring some food and some, mostly cakes and sweets, of course. And we'd have a great time there. And then we'd get into the spin the bottle, and we spin it around, and we're sitting there hoping, oh, I hope it gets on this person or that person right there. Of course, we didn't go and shut the door and say, oh, okay, we're going to smooch now. It all depends on if you had a girlfriend or someone you really liked, and if someone you didn't really care too much about kissing, regardless of what they might have had some bad teeth enough, who knows, or bad breath. But you kissed them on the cheek. You still kissed them because you didn't want to hurt their feelings or anything like that. And uh, and then if you found the one that you really, really, really loved or really liked, I mean, what love back then, you would just say, "Wow, this is a perfect song for that." You would just say, "Wow, this is a perfect song for that." You would just say, "Wow, this is a perfect song for that."
I got some time on a cloudy day, and it's cold outside, 'cause I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, ooh, what can make me feel this way? It's my girl. Talking about my girl, so turn the bees and me. I've got a sweeter song than I can sing than the birds and the bees.
All right, My Girl by the Ten Times Band right there. And see, that's what brought it back from when you had your parties and you had all these wonderful little things going on. And as a teenager, and now I tell you, see, when I was a teenager, we're talking about, in the 60s and all, and I had the bell bottom pants and the big wide collar shirt, and I was cool with my hair down around my ears, kind of past my ears. I never did have a mullet. I never did get into that stage of it, but I did have some wild looking hairdo and wild clothes. You really should have seen this one here where I had paisley pants and a paisley shirt that matched, and a Surface Cross. I had a Surface Cross that through the seventh and eighth grade, I passed it around to one girl to the next. That's what we kind of considered we're steady or we're going together. And when we go together, I always wondered, where am I going to go? Where are we going? So, well, we're going together. I never did figure that out. But such a wonderful time we had. We had the big blackboards there. We didn't have all the technology. Some of the windows would be raised up. And I've jumped out many windows in the elementary school days. We weren't supposed to, but we did. We did a little bit of everything back then. But it was a simple times. We played out until it got dark. Our parents didn't worry about us because usually everybody in the neighborhood watched out everybody else. And what a great time we had. And we I love when we started dating, what we call dating anyway. We always went to the picture show and she sat with you. That was a date. And we might have enough money to buy her a Coke. We don't know if we had enough or not. We hopefully she brought her own money to buy her Coke popcorn. But she was super, super nice and looked good back then. Wow. And
House. She's the one, built like an Amazon. The clothes she wears, the sexy ways, makes us home and wit for younger days. Yeah, yeah. She knows she's built, she knows how to please. Sure enough to knock the throne right to his knees. Now she's a black house.
all right, I got to quit clicking buttons. The brick house. She looked like a brick house. She looked great. And you know what the great thing about, funny thing about it sometimes, and as we get older, we start going back to these reunions, and we see that, wow, some people has changed in our reunions. They don't look the same. They look different. And even with with our girlfriends back then, we're saying, "Oh gosh, I'm going to marry her. We're going to have all this together." But we never did think about you have to have a job and you have to have all this other stuff. Oh no, we had bigger plans than that. We were going to the beach and we were going to have a great time. And you think, said, "Well, you're going to have a great time, okay? How you going to pay for all that?" Well, back then, this song here, I'll play a little clip of it, just tells us exactly how we were.
So be young, be foolish, but be happy. So be young, be foolish, but be happy. Don't let the rain get you down. It's a waste of time. Have your fun, live every day in the right sunshine. Same old story all over the world. Girl needs boy and boy needs girl. So be young, be foolish, but be happy. So be young, be foolish, but be happy.
Foolish, be happy. That's what we were back then. We were happy, but we were also kind of foolishly do some crazy things. Did you do any kind of a wild, crazy thing when you were growing up that you can remember that you did? Well, one of the things I did was very dangerous. I was probably around 12 or 14 years old, and we have railroad tracks right beside, well, not beside our house, but down kind of below in the woods, below the school. And we would jump on the train and ride it to Granite Falls to go see a movie. And when we went to see a movie, we had to walk back home, which is several miles, but we always rode up there and had to jump off right beforehand. But the craziest thing that I ever done, and that was we found an open rail car that had some of these, look like firecrackers. I says, "Wow, what big firecrackers." So me and my friend, we decided to grab a few of them, and we distributed them all out through our community. And then it wasn't long, there was a knock on the door, and there came a railroad detective. And the police want to ask me some questions about those wonderful firecrackers I had. He says, "Jerry, do you have them?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Where are they at?" I says, "Underneath the house beside the furnace." They were dynamite. Yes, as long as we didn't blow ourselves up. It was dynamite. Oh, they panicked when I told them beside the furnace. They just, the fire trucks came and all that right there. And I had to wrap my brothers, my friends out saying, "Well, who's got them? We got to have these." And so I told them who, and they went and collected them. They didn't do much to us. Just kind of did a little, going to be, just kind of scold us a little bit. Don't do that no more. And so we said, okay, we won't do that anymore, but we love to dance to the music. We love to dance to the music. All right, I got to do a little switcheroo here. It just kind of lets me have to play a couple at a time, and then it wants me to do this and do that. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you bring back some good memories from back when you were growing up, some of the things that we've done. And if you've done something kind of crazy like that, how about leaving a message on there, or you could call me. You could do that too. And we can dance to the music. Do that too.
All right. Hey. Dance to the music.
Now, see, we started getting a little bit funky there with a little bit of dance to your music, and that was a great one also. Would love to play that there. Right now, let's go take a little break, and we will go and have some good lunch and some good treats and some good cakes at Kirby's.
Union's #1 choice for sweets and dinner is Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union. Open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 in the morning, closing at 5:30. Saturdays 9 until noon. 427-5779. Again, the number 427-5779. Baked spaghetti, salad, bread, dessert, and drink, a mere $9. Nathan's all-beef hot dog plate, 2 dogs all the way, a bag of chips and drink, $7. Taco salads, baked spaghetti, delicious cakes, cupcakes, cake squares, freshly baked and ready to go. Kirby's Cake Shop, 1222 Duncan Bypass, Union, 427-5779.
Okay, I'm back again. All right, please go down to Kirby's Cake Shop and get you some great desserts that they have, and nothing else. They've got some great food also. Go down and check them out. And if you have a party or a gathering and you need some space, they can accommodate you and make it special for you. Well, we're reminiscing back into times when we were kids growing up right now. You know, to me, kids don't know how to play nowadays. They don't know how to go outside and enjoy themselves, be creative. I mean, we made up some stuff, didn't we? I remember we used to have me and Randy Mumgarner and let's see, who else? Ray Kirby, and also we'd had forts and things that we'd build. Even spend the night. I mean, we would only be like 12 or 10 or 11, and we'd camp out, and our parents let us, and that's, and we also, something that we did, and you'll relate to this song, because would we go a lot of times without shoes, didn't we? We barefoot.
Everybody get on your feet. You make me nervous when you're in your seat. Take off your shoes and pack your feet. We're doing a dance that can't be beat. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'. Went to a party the other night. Long tall Sally without a sight. Threw away a wig and a hot sneakers too. She's doing a dance without any shoes. She's barefootin'. She's barefootin'. She's barefootin'. She's barefootin'. Hey, little girl with your red dress on. Bet you've been barefoot all night long.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Come back and get up another day. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Jerry. So you spending some oldies today, huh?
Yes, I'm playing from the 10 Times Band a little bit there. Since I can't play the originals, I'm playing theirs. And what are some songs you remember when you was a kid?
When I was a kid, I loved Rock Your Baby, Fly, Robin, Fly. Let's see, what else? Reflections from Diana Ross and the Supremes is good.
Now, do
Any
you,
of those covered from your band?
yes,
Or you got
some,
Love Goes, Rose, Where My Rosemary Goes. That's a good one.
yeah. I remember them playing that also. They've got they play a lot. Cowboys to Girls, of course, Brick
Yeah,
House.
yeah.
I'm losing you. Does anybody really know what time it is? Remember that one right there? It's kind of a weird
Yeah,
song.
Oh yeah, Chicago. That's a good one.
Yeah,
It is.
and
Yep.
I got Flossie on my lap here. She's wanting to get in the show too. And
All right. So just spin one. Just spin one that you got a good one that you think I'd like.
all right, did now you used to have one that you really liked. You and your mom is dancing on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's a good one by Lionel Richie. You got that? A
Uh,
version?
well, I'd probably have to go to find it, but probably so. I just have to find a cover.
Yes, you got
A
that. That's a
cover.
good one. That's 80. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. It is.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll
You
let
see
you.
anything that's covered like a Bee Gees tune or something, that's good too. So
All right.
we'll be listening.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Talk later. Bye.
All right. Do we got request? I gotta let my little dog back down because she just wanted to get up here with me a little bit. And yeah, songs take you back from way back to when you was a kid, and they're the good times, and makes you feel great, and that's part of it. Brian has a lot of music collection, and we and here's a song I like too. It's kind of crazy. Remember on your telephones back then, when we wanted a cordless phone, we really didn't have one at that time, and our cordless phone was like a 20-foot phone cord that would go into the phone, and we can stretch that all the way across the house, outside, and we thought we were something. If you had a long, long cord, guess what? Then you had a great long distance cord. And, also when the cordless phones come out, they were so big and huge. And if you've seen some old movies, you'll see them in there like that. And it was just a crazy, crazy, crazy time back then. And I'm just kind of looking around, seeing what else. Yeah, this is the one that when I was talking about the telephones, and I like this one here too. And this one is actually a phone number 634-5789.
If you need a little loving, call on me. All right. If you want some hugging, call on me, baby. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I'll be right here at home. All you gotta do is pick up the telephone and dial now. That's my number. If you need a little hugging, y'all call on me, baby. That's all you gotta do. If you want some kissing, call on me, baby. All right. No more lonely nights when you feel alone. All you gotta do is pick up the telephone and dial now. That's my number. Oh, I'll be right there just as soon as I can.
All right. See, there was a number out right there. And this was played also in the Blues Brothers, one of the first Blues Brothers. They played that song, and they were kind of doing they were doing a telephone for love. Wouldn't I tell you what? And back then we had a lot of love songs, and everybody was in love. It seemed like it was a great time to fall in love. The weather was different than today's weather even though the snow, we had lots of snow, and in our community when we had a lot of snow, the whole community would gather on top of where the school's at. The church would open up, and make all kind of hot chocolate for us. And it was a great, great time for everybody. And I think we miss that in our communities now. And in doing that, we were happy. We were always doing something. The church was opening up, doing something involved with the community, and it seemed like we've lost that little edge right there. And I think we need to get back to it because it made us very happy. Get back to it because it made us very happy.
The others were untrue, but when it came to loving you, I'd spend my whole life with you. 'Cause you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always showed me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life. Thank you, baby. I love you so much, see. You're even in my dreams. I can hear you. I can hear you calling. I'm so in love with you. What we're gonna want to do is thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
All right, you make me so very happy. And, and back then we had it happy. And I hope you enjoyed this and some of the music there. It's kind of a last moment stretch here. with you only got an hour or so to get a show ready. And next time, I think we need to have some at least 1 month of music of different eras and to have a playlist. Now, mind you, we have to get the ones that are, cover music and not copyrighted because they get a little nasty about that. And look like they want you to play. Years ago, the artists would love for you to play their music on the radio and get it out there. But now it seems like, every little thing they got to have, and I know they got to make money, and I do know that. And remember going to the beach as you were a kid, and your parents went, and it seemed like that you always got, and me, I always got burnt up at the beach. It's like it was a given thing that I was going to go to the beach, get out in the sun, and it was going to be way, way too much. And I walked the beach a lot, and so did other people when they made this song under their boardwalk. Under the Boardwalk. I'm Cherry McKee, prime time, playing you a little bit of flashbacks of some of the music from way back then. And this is a little ZZ Top, a little LaGrange playing in the background. And I hope you're enjoying this segment here, that you will be able to flash back to the good old days when you were able to just do all kind of crazy stuff. And they didn't have cameras everywhere, did they? Aren't we glad of that? We'll be right back right after these messages, and stay tuned. We're going to be closing out here in a few moments.
La Pagada Mexican Restaurant, 441 North Duncan Bypass, Union, South Carolina, 864-429-4043. La Pagada, your family Mexican restaurants, has appetizers, child's plates, salads and soups, sandwiches, and desserts. Sizzling fajitas, Texas fajitas, shrimp fajitas. Also, they have great chicken, polo asado, chicken tenders, polo loco, and many more. If you like seafood, they have that also. Fish tacos, shrimp cocktail. They have many combinations that you can choose from in different price range. Matter of fact, they have 35 different ones. If you're a vegetarian, that's right, they can accommodate you also. Lunch menu, they have the Speedy Gonzales and about 13 others that you can make a combination with. That's La Pagada. La Pagada Mexican Restaurant, 441 North Duncan Bypass and Union, South Carolina, 429-4043.
All right, we're back. We've got about a few more minutes to go yet. And let me ask you this. What was your first car that you had at 16 years old or 15, whenever you got your license? What is the first car that you had? Now, the chick magnet that I had was a 1949 Chevrolet 3/4 ton pickup truck. And actually I had to share it with my brother Rex, and I ended up blowing the motor in it because I thought maybe it'd go fast, but it didn't go fast. The steering wheel was probably about that big, about 3 hubcap size, and the gear shift was about 5 foot tall, and I know people don't, younger generation won't know even about this right here, is that it had a push button starter. You turn the ignition on, you had a starter you had to push, then you had to give it some gas, then you had your brake over here you got to hold on to, then you had your clutch, and then you had your dimmer switch. All of this in the road that you got to use your feet. It's almost like playing an organ with your feet. But that was my very, very first car. And then I had one. It was a 1963 or 62 Chevrolet, and it was white. And the only thing about it, it had a hole in the floorboard, and I put carpet over it. Heat and carpet don't go together. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was going down the road, and all of a sudden, my car just started like boiling smoke inside, and I looked down, my carpet was on fire. I had to pull off the side of the road, beat it out, and it was hard to get stopped because I didn't have much brakes either. And my tires, they was, used Maypops. That's all I had. You were 16, you would drive anything back then. It didn't make a difference. The cooler guys, they had a better cars and stuff like that, and probably got the better women. But I come driving in, my arm hanging out the window, and with it getting sunburned, and but it was cool times back then. But your first car was your best. So what is your first car? Put a comment down there. And this one right here remind me the song of our first vehicle. Remind me the song.
Inside my car, I can keep up candy. I'm a lovable man. I can take you to the nearest store. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Your vehicle, mama. By now I'm sure you know that I love you. I need you. I want you. Got to have your child. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. Be a movie star, get a ticket to a Hollywood. But if you want to stay just like you are, then you know
Oh, yes, a classic vehicle. Yes, what kind of vehicle did you have? What was your first one? And what was your best vehicle? I guess my best vehicle that I had was I guess 240ZX Datsun. It was sporty, two-seater, had the tops that come off, T-tops, that is. And it was pretty cool. I liked it. And of course, I had a Cobra Mustang that was pretty cool too. I think it was like a 76 with the blue stripes and a very light rear end on those things. And so it's pretty neat how some of the cars that we look at, if we only would kept the car that we had, how much money would that car be worth today? Look it up. In the condition that you had it in, I did have a 1966 Caprice. It had the twin seats and had the gear shifting floors, automatic. It had a 427 in that baby. Yes, a 427, and it would go. Shiny as hubcaps. You'd have to wear sunglasses to be able to look at it when it drove by. And metallic, kind of a burnt metallic color, metal flake. And that car I wish I had today because it would be worth a lot of money, a lot of money. And just think about some of the things that you've done back then that you wish you could do over. I know all of us have those things. And as a kid growing up, what was your favorite thing for Christmas? Your favorite thing that you got for Christmas. Well, the favorite thing I got for Christmas was a good bicycle. We always had used ones because we had hand-me-downs, and I always got the other bikes, but when I got that shiny new one, it was a great, great bike. And it was great, too. And, 10 Times Band, appreciate their music. Like this, we'll play one more here, a little snippet of it, of Gotta Hold On to This Feeling.
Shining sun is a day without your love and baby. One look, and we'll soon be as one. That's how easy we communicate. Single match will make a fire begin. A single kiss and I'm warm within, girl. Gotta hold on to these feelings. Gotta hold on to this feeling we got now. Gotta hold on to this feeling. Gotta hold on to this feeling we got. Gonna blow for you 'cause I love you now.
Okay, you got to hold on to this feeling. Well, I'm glad that you stopped in on us today, and I hope you had a great time and listen to some of the music, and hope you start remembering back some of the great times that you had growing up, and just reminisce and tell you what, make it good times now. You got grandkids? That's right, you can make the good times with them also. Show them some of the things that we did when we was growing up, and let them experience what you experienced when you was growing up. How cool was that, right? Well, I'm Jerry McKee at Primetime, and thank you for watching. And we will see you next Monday with a special guest. We're going to have Tubo Owens coming up, and also we're going to have his counterpartner a little bit. And gosh, I done forgot his name. How horrible that is. Forgive me. Kenny Ray Puffkin. That's from the voice from the beyond. Kenny Ray is going to be here. I'm sorry, Kenny Ray. I just kind of forgot. I had one of those brain things trying to do different things one time. Well, I'm Jerry McKee, and we'll see you next week with Kenny Ray and Tubo to talk about some of the great things they're doing for their community. Love, peace, and we're out.